Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is about one of my favorite planners, favorite companies, Golden Coil. If you have not heard about Golden Coil and you love planners, promise me that you're going to go to their website after this video and check them out. I will link it down in the description box. I am going to try to tell you everything I can about designing and customizing your own planner from Golden Coil, but ultimately you will find out the most information by just going to their website and playing around with it and designing your own planner. It is not overwhelming at all, and they have a really good information section also. Definitely check that out. In their information section, it shows you what different coil sizes go with page count. You're never going to get a coil that is too big or too small for your planner. They have different coordinating coil sizes per page count. So like if you get up to a certain number of pages, then your coil is going to be bumped up, and they show you that visually and give you all those specs and numbers on their website. They have numerous layouts that you can choose from. This company was built by two sisters, Trisha and Michelle. It was built out of a need. They went looking for a planner for their mom for Mother's Day, and they could not find anything that fit their criteria. And they designed Golden Coil from that. These two young moms have built this amazing company. I am truly in awe with what they have built. They have done something great here in the planner world. I hope that Golden Coil is not a hidden gem anymore. I hope that most of you have heard of Golden Coil. You can also follow them on Instagram. I'm pretty sure Instagram was where I first heard about them. I have a weekly planner to share with you and a daily planner. Now, I have done one previous video on Golden Coil, and that was from my 2019, right here, Golden Coil weekly planner, which I am using for my content right now. I have used it for all different things actually throughout the year at different times. I've used it for normal planning and list making, and most recently I have started using it for content planning, and the layout that I chose is working perfectly for that. But I chose a little bit different layout for my weekly planner for 2020 for content planning, and we'll see how I feel about that because this one's working really well. But I just wanted to pick a different one to be able to show you guys a different one. So for my content, this way I can list all my ideas over here, things I don't want to forget, things that just crowd my brain and I need to get out on paper. And then what I'm actually sharing for the day on Instagram, or when my YouTube video goes up and things I need to share about that go over here. And everything that I list does not get shared. Obviously, this week is over, and see how much is not crossed off. The video about this layout, I will link down below. This is a 2019 calendar year planner. Golden Coil, you can start in any month that you want to start it. You can start it on any day that you want to start it. This one I chose to start in January of 2019, and it's a full 12-month weekly planner, and it's your 2-page weekly spread. In this one, you can see you have a horizontal weekly outlook over here, and then you have room for a weekly list over here. You have a look at next week, or you could use that for like dinners for this week or tracking anything for this week. I have a quote at the bottom. You can choose a quote package, or you can choose to have no quote at all in your planner. They have several different choices for quote packages like motivation, spiritual, literary, pop culture. It's amazing, you guys. I never use this very bottom room because it's hard to write on the very bottom of your page. So I actually like that I get to choose a quote package to put there. Let's jump into the daily book first, since I just showed you a weekly look. Their daily book, they use 80-pound paper. So you can only get your daily book for up to 6 months. And that is because in between every 7 days, there is a lined page that comes with your daily. It just comes with the daily planner. In between every 7 days, so whatever daily page you pick, they have many options for weekly layouts. They have only about, I think, 4 options for daily. There might be 5. There are less daily layout options than there are weekly. And I am just dying for them to come out with a new daily layout, one that is just perfect for me, because who doesn't want that, right? I don't really feel like they have a daily layout that's perfect for me right now. I picked the one closest that I thought would work, and I'm going to try it out. I'm really excited about trying it out. Instead of starting this planner in January, I ordered it and started it October 1st, and I've already started writing things in it. I'll show you all the extra pages that I ordered. Well, actually, it starts September 30th because they just go ahead and give you that left side of the page. So I started it October 1, but your week's going to start on the left side of the page. This particular planner, like I said, for a daily, you can only get a 6-month book. And then I added on a couple more pages to it. And I went up to the limit for this coil size, which I think is 242 pages. So this book total was 242 pages. And it's a 1 1/4 inch coil. And it ended up being $79.60 for this book. Now, I know that seems very pricey for a 6-month daily, but you guys, this book feels like it is worth that much. And when you see how many things you get to choose in here, if you are, big into planning and this is your one planner, I personally think it is completely worth the price. If this is your one planner to guide and direct every day for you, it's more expensive if you get a daily. Yes, a lot more pages. You have to order 2 books a year. Their prices start at $62 to $79. So that starts for 86 pages. Each page up to 242 is 10 cents a page. We have 80-pound Mohawk paper, and I will show you my pen all over the book. 80-pound Mohawk paper is amazing. It's the same paper that Erin Condren uses, and it has a slight tooth, just like Erin Condren paper. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the exact same paper, except it's not as bright white as Erin Condren. Let me show you with my Erin Condren planner and maybe on a page that doesn't have too many stickers. So here is the Erin Condren paper, and you can see that this paper has a little bit more cream to it. I wouldn't call it cream, but it's definitely not like the bright white of the Erin Condren. So I hope that comes across on video and you can see that, because I know sometimes paper color matters a lot to people. The paper itself feels pretty much identical to Erin Condren, in my opinion, and has the same amount of tooth to it, and it's the same pound weight, and they're both made by Mohawk, but they are different colors. I would not call this paper cream, but I might call it off-white, because it's definitely not bright white. So that is something to note. And I do want you to know that Trisha and Michelle at Golden Coil were so kind to give me these planners to review. So I did not have to pay for them, but I am not an affiliate with Golden Coil. They don't have an affiliate program. I am not making any money off of Golden Coil, and yet I am truly just head over heels for their planners right now. I love the concept of their company, that every person needs different pages in their planner. And that's why they have so many weekly layouts. I mean, my guess, I'll look online and put it in here, is like 8 to 10 weekly layouts. They have, like I said, 4 or 5 daily layouts. And then they have so many different extra add-on pages you can add on. You can add them on in between every month. You can add on the pages in between every week in a weekly planner. You can add on the pages at the front of your planner or at the back of your planner. So let's get into this. I just feel so excited that I just almost don't even know where to start. But let's start in the beginning, because that's usually the best place to start. First of all, I want to say I picked only linen covers because my cover from last year, my navy blue, was linen, and I was just in love with that cover. Love the feel of their linen covers, but they completely hold up. They feel like they have a coating on them that if you spill something, it's going to be fine too. That is the little Golden Coil logo, which even my teenage son is impressed with their logo. So they've done an amazing job. Everyone gets the matte gold coil, which looks beautiful with every color. Now I want to show you the difference in size. This book is only 200 pages, and it's a 1 1/8 inch coil. So this one was 1 1/4 inch coil. This is 1 1/8 inch coil, and it's 200 pages. This one was 242, and this one's only $75. Well, I mean, I know I shouldn't say only to you guys. This one is $75, and that one was $79. So as you can see, not like a $4 difference in the 6-month daily and the weekly book. There's 42 pages difference in here though, and that just made up about $4. So here is my weekly book, and that was with extra pages added in too, but your coil bumps up at 200 pages, and then 242 pages is the max that you can get. Your coil bumps up to this size, which is what most weekly planners fit in, at 200 pages. So I went to exactly 200 pages. In this book, I went to the max of 242. They also have notebook options because they have all these different choices of extra pages, like meal planning pages, goal setting pages, budget pages, health and fitness pages, even baby charting pages, which is really helpful if you want to make like a baby notebook for when you bring your baby home from the hospital, I would have loved to have that. You know, when you're charting all those feedings, all those diaper changes, all those naps. I vaguely remember those days from so many years ago, but I would have loved one of these. What a great gift for a new mom or at a baby shower. So that's the size difference in your weekly and daily. The weekly feels very manageable. It does not feel heavy at all. In fact, it feels lightweight, really, honestly. And we will get into this weekly. The name of this linen cover is Wheat. And this linen cover, I cannot remember the name of, but I'll put it here in the video. This light blue color is beautiful. I love every cover that I've gotten. Their covers flow seamlessly on their, I always call these O-rings, but they're actually really called double wire O bindings, if you want the correct name. Your planner size on this is 7.25 by 9.75, and it just feels like the classiest, beautiful planner in your hands. What makes this company different? Not only do you get to pick your pages, there are ways that you can import all your contacts. I will tell you about that. All your calendar events, if you want to import those and put them in your planner. But we start with your nameplate page, in which you can put your name, whatever you want here. You can put an email if you want people to be able to get a hold of you if this book is lost anywhere. You could put a phone number if you feel comfortable with that. You can put a quote or anything you want down here. I put a quote: "The joy we feel has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives." I love that quote. Just thought I needed it here in the front to always look back on and remind me. Now, once again, I started this planner on a weird date. I started this planner October 1st. So it ends the last day of March. That's the genius with Golden Coil. On their daily or on their weekly planners, you get to start the day you want to and then have it end the day you want to. And even if you want to have a weekly planner, but then you want to add in a whole bunch of extra pages, like in between each week, you want their homework spread, which is a 2-page spread. Or if you want a whole bunch of social media pages in between each week, you can design that, and then you can make your planner less than a year so that it fits all in one book. So you could have a weekly planner, but add in a bulk of a lot of those extra pages that fit your lifestyle perfectly. You can have the book just custom made for, it could be a 6-month weekly book, but with a ton extra pages, or it could be a 7-month weekly book or an 8th month, to whatever size. As you're designing it, they tell you your page count on the screen as it's going up and down. I picked this year at a glance page to put up front, but I also picked a horizontal year at a glance page to put up front in this one. This is going to be my daily planner, and I am really going to try it out. It's going to take the place of my daily planner, which for the bulk of the time I've been using Simplified Daily. But if you follow me on Instagram, I try out a lot of different dailies. I've switched in and out. Simplified is what I've used the most over the last 5 years. But the page layout is just getting to where it's maybe not serving me the best, even though it's a beautiful book. And I love having a bigger daily page, but this is just not my dream layout. And they just don't have a daily page that is my dream layout. They have so many weekly, like I said. So I took it upon myself because I knew some of y'all might be interested. What is my daily page dream layout, right? I just kind of sketched this out real quick because so many times I say this daily page doesn't work for me and people ask me, well, what do you want? And I just thought I would throw this out here real quick. It would be something similar to this. I'm not saying this is perfect or this would be exactly it. I would have just, my little date at the top. I love how they do their date. I would have 3 boxes, and they might be separated boxes, but for me drawing it out, it was easier to have them all connected. And then just a top 3. I love their little typed font. That would be my top 3 for the day. And then I would have a box next to it, equal in size, but divided out with lines, says like something like appointments, errands, calls, something like that. I would just list any appointments or out of the house things we had to do that day. So I would put the time, the doctor here, go by Kroger for the script, drop by the dry cleaners. That way I can just really quickly see, because I don't need half my page taken up with a time schedule. I don't time block my day. So I would often use that side for other lists in my daily planner. This would just better suit me if I had a little box just for appointments, errands, and I put calls because sometimes it's good to just batch your calls. And if they fit in that box, then I might put them at the bottom. The box should probably just say appointments and errands because that's kind of weird to add that on there, but that's probably how I would use it. And then I would just have some to-do list lines, but I would make them a little bit longer than my top 3 boxes because the boxes would be big enough where I could write 2 lines within it because I don't like not having enough room if I want to write a full sentence about something that I'm doing. So these lines would be a little bit longer, and I realized this page is bigger than their planner pages, so everything would have to be condensed down. And then if there was room over here to have a Post-it box, in some of their planners, they have a empty box, which you can use to write anything random you want in it, but you can also use it to stick a Post-it note in. And I love that idea for a daily planner because many times there's some things that I want to get done on that day or just that week, and I don't want to have to keep rewriting them on every day. And so I can scratch them out as I do them, and I can just move this to the next day. So these are just kind of things that are not like critical to get done on that day, but they just hopefully will get done that week, and I can just keep moving the Post-it to the next daily page. And then I just thought there could be like a blank spot down here. It could be like another box. And then this box could be like, say, tomorrow, possibly. Or they could leave it blank, but with a header so that you can fill in tomorrow. Or I think it would be better blank because you could fill in dinner, like if you want it to be for dinners, like there could be a header line. You could fill in your workout for the day. You could fill in gratitude. So this could be used for like thinking about tomorrow, things that are going on tomorrow's list. Or it could be used for gratitudes or dinners or workouts. So that box could be used for a lot. That's kind of the page that I'm hoping for, Golden Coil. If you're watching this, Michelle and Trisha, let's go back to where we were, you guys. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I told you I'm really excited about Golden Coil. So here is your year at a glance. In my daily planner, I just thought I would fill this out with our events of the month. Basically, for a journaling purpose, I use my weekly planner really to lay this out, and my Erin Condren is my weekly planner. My weekly planner has all my dates in it. I don't really have to fill this out in my daily because my daily becomes a little bit more like my to-do list, and I can get all my appointments and everything out of my weekly. I liked the thought of just putting all our big appointments or events listed under the month because not only could I flip here really quick and look at them, but I just like the thought of for journaling purposes. Like I said, I can look back and just see those appointments and big events like, oh, when did we go to that doctor? Oh, wow, we had the air conditioning fixed in that month. It's just a nice view of that. And the horizontal year at a glance, I thought I could use not for appointments, but for just fun things that happen in our lives or big things. Like I put the day that we saw a hot air balloon in the park. Even though this planner doesn't start till October 1st, I went ahead and tried it out for September. So I put things like when we saw the hot air balloon, when I went on a mall date with my youngest, when my oldest went to somebody's party, when my husband went to Poland, just those types of things so that I can just look back at my year and be like, remember the big things that happened each month. So I have both of those years at a glance. So if you can see, if you're using your planner just for your life, or if you're using it for planning content, or if you're using it for just for work, being able to you could add in numerous years at a glance, as many as you want. And they have a vertical look and a horizontal look. So I just went ahead and labeled the year since this is a 6-month planner and it's just going to finish out 2019. And then this daily is going to go into 2020. Then I got one of their new pages, their year at a glance, all on one page, tracking like every single day. You could use this for so many things. I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to use it for my daily planner, but many people use it for like tracking their menstrual cycles or tracking chronic pain is something I thought of, like migraines or any other chronic condition that you have, to be able to just note those days and how your pain was or when you had a headache, to be able to glance and see the whole year and all the months come up. I think this is a really easy way to look at the whole year that way. I also think it would be great for if you want to record like steps every day, or if you want to track how many miles you walked every day. If you're not walking every day, let's say you're walking 4 days a week and you want to record that. So at the end of the month, you could total it up and write it down here at the bottom, and you could see every month how many miles you walked in that month. Recording any other habit is just a great view of it if you're sticking with one habit for a year, or to track like how many hours you sleep. I know some people do that. So there's a lot of ideas for that. This is a fun 2-page spread, a mood page for the year. So you have every month where you can kind of summarize your mood for that month. They gave you a whole bunch of moods to start with, and then you can of course choose the color. And then they gave you some blank ones. We'll see if I keep up with this. I bought it mainly to be able to show you guys. I like the idea. I just don't know that I'll keep up with it. I decided this was too many moods for me. Thought that would overcomplicate it for me. So I just am probably going to record, if I try it out, happy, sad, stressed, content. We'll see how that goes. I will keep you guys updated on Instagram. I got this one project page added in. They actually have several different choices of project pages. I added in a different one to my blue planner this year. So if you want to see the pages I added in there, this video is already going to be too long. Go check out the other video I have on Golden Coil and you can see those other extra pages. That video link will be down in the description. Then it finally goes into my monthly layout. Those are the only extra pages I put at the front of my planner. And like I said, you get to choose where to put these. If it's just like one set of pages, you can put them at the front of your planner, at the back of your planner. If it's something you want in between every week in your planner, you can put it between every week. You can put pages in between just every month. So it comes once a month set of pages, or you can put pages at the back of your planner too. I already filled out some October events on the calendar just so you guys can see how their calendar is laid out and how it looks like when things are written on it. You have a line note section. You have a big margin at the bottom. So if you need more notes or you need to write motivations to yourself or anything, you have a big margin at the top. One of the things I love about Golden Coil, besides the paper, it feels so good in hand, you guys. They don't have tabs, as you've noticed, and that is something that goes along with the look of their book. Now, of course, you know, there are many companies you can buy tabs from, monthly tabs. Even on Amazon, you can buy monthly tabs. On Erin Condren, at, Staples. InkWELL Press sells these sticker tabs this year that wouldn't stick out at all, that are just monthly stickers that stick on your page and that fold over to the back of your month, just so if you're flipping through, you can find them easily. So that's another option. Since this I'm going to be using as my daily planner, I'm really not going to be using them monthly a lot. So that's not something that will bother me. You can see with all my monthly writing on the back of this page, but I will show you a pen test in the other planner. But you can see how it's 80-pound paper. You can really write on it with anything you want, just like on Erin Condren paper and any other 80-pound paper. You are going to have some, a little show through there, but the paper feels luxurious, and I love the tooth on it. Tooth just means a little bit of texture, and it just helps the ink to take to the page, and it just feels good to write on. I forgot to record my pen test when I was recording this entire video, so this might sound a little bit different because I'm just using the mic off my iPhone. This is the pen test. Here are all the different pens I tried: Paper Mate Flares, Pilot Precises. I can see I didn't use a mild liner on here though, but we'll go ahead and put one of those. Mild liners work great in this book. Let's turn it over and take a look at this page. Once again, this 80-pound paper handles pen beautifully. Nothing bleeds through at all. Now, you do have some minimal ghosting, but that is normal even with 80-pound paper. And this paper feels amazing to write on. I'm a big fan of this paper. Like I mentioned, it's very close, if not the exact paper as the Erin Condren that I showed earlier, just not quite as bright white. So there it is, all written on, and how a week looks with stuff written on the back. Here's how it looks with stuff written on the week behind it, and all filled out. And once again, there you go. So that's a little look at the pen test. This is the daily layout that I chose. It's a morning, afternoon, evening, then meals, which I will not be using that for meals. That will probably become like tomorrow's box or something for me. And I won't relabel the box because it just doesn't really bother me. Once I know what I'm using the box for, I'm okay with it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these as morning, afternoon, evening. I'm kind of thinking of listing all my tasks here and then maybe divvying them up, the most important ones. I'm going to have to jump in here and experiment with how I'm going to use this page layout. But it was the daily that clicked with me the most of the few daily they had. I'm going to give it a try, and I will definitely be reporting to you on Instagram. Now, as you'll notice, the quote is only on the right side of the page. So you get one quote per 2-page spread. Your month on this daily layout is written over here on the left side of your page. And then you have like Wednesday the 2nd, Thursday the 3rd, but you don't have the month rewritten on the right side of your page. I love their to-do little tick-off boxes, and just the look of their page is a very clean, crisp feel, and I just am very drawn to it. I just can't wait till they get more daily layouts. When your week ends, so that your week always flows the same. Monday is always, on your left. Monday, Tuesday are always together. Wednesday, Thursday are always together. Friday, Saturday are always together. And then Sunday always wraps up your week, and then you have a lined page to start your next week. That's how they made it, where your pages are always landing on the same side of the book. They have put a lined page after every Sunday to start your next week. I love that because this lined page is going to be like my weekly list, and I'll be able to flip back at it really easily. That's not something you add in. That's just something that comes when you order the daily layout. That lined page in between every 7 days to keep the days flowing on the right side. Something I would actually love for them to be able to do, which I've already mentioned it to them, is to be able to add in a week at a glance page here. Maybe one of their pages they already have, or they would design one just for this to go in here, where you just have maybe a Monday through Sunday look really quick boxed off, and then a room for a list, so that you could have an option of having this as a lined page, or you could have an option of having, a week at a glance on, part of your page to just write in your big appointments for the next week so you can see it all together, because that's what I feel like a lot of people want in their daily planner, is to be able to see a little week at a glance and then have a weekly list. What I'll probably do is go ahead and write in my week at a glance right here, and then I will have my weekly list. So I definitely love having this page here. Something I completely forgot to mention on their monthly layout is that it is a Monday start only. They said that is something that they know people have asked for. So hopefully at some point they will add in to let us choose a Sunday start, because my brain can never get used to a Monday start. Here is the Golden Coil ruler. And on all the rulers, it's free shipping. So if you already own a Golden Coil and you just need to get a ruler, I believe they are $6.50. They're very good rulers for their planner or for any O-ring, but it would have to be an O-ring that is 7x9. No, it would not fit a Simplified because this is a longer ruler, but it's clear, it's flexible, but sturdy. It's thin. It actually has the ruler marks on there in gold and the Golden Coil logo and just a little gold today at the top. You just go one ring down, and it pops in pretty easily. And then you're all popped in. And I decided I don't need this on every day that I'm on. I just put it on like the next month, so I could find my next monthly view easily, because this is my daily and I'm just going to have it open to the day that I'm on every day. This is 6 months of daily pages. And at the end, I was able to go up to 242. I was able to add in some dot grid. So they have this really light gray dot grid. And that's as many pages as I had left to go. And then they give you a pocket folder with every planner. You just have a blank page, a folder that is same off-white paper, although it looks really white to me in the light right now, not comparing it to any other paper next to it. So that is the daily book. Let's look at the weekly. You guys, I have not even told you how you can add in. Okay, they have a contacts page here. And last year, I just put my sister's names in here because I wanted to show you kind of how it printed it. But then I forgot not to put their last names, and I should have put in like fake phone numbers and addresses so I could fill it in. But what you can do, you can download all the contacts from your phone if you want to. They have instructions on how to do it, and you can download all your contacts so you can get these contact address pages as one of your added pages. You can put it at the front of your planner or at the back. It comes in a 2-page spread, but you can get as many as you want. If you wanted to only put your close family in here, you could do that. If you wanted to put everyone in that you know in here, you could do that. Another option, which I did not do, is you can add in everything from your calendar. So you can download your calendar. I'm sure from most of the calendaring apps. I don't know the specifics on that. You'll have to get on their website. You can add in people's birthdays or everything that's in your calendar app, ongoing like soccer every week at this time or appointments. And you can have that download. It's going to print in their beautiful font on your monthly layout. How amazing is that? So these are just some things that makes this company totally unique. That is not any more money. That is part of your planner. So that's an option you can just do. I just did not take the time to look at the instructions and figure that out. I will also note you can add in whatever holiday packages you want. This time when I ordered, I forgot to add in a holiday package. I skipped that section. So my calendars are blank. This is my this year navy blue one. and I added in just the American holidays. So the normal American holidays are printed in my planner. They are at the top of each page, you can see there, and they're in a beautiful font. If you get the holiday package, it's also going to print them on your days like that. So I am kind of bummed that I was so excited about ordering and I just was not really paying attention, and I skipped the adding calendar events. So make sure that you do that. I think it's under the same section as adding your contacts, and that's why I accidentally skipped it, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to add contacts. But there's actually tabs at the top of that section where then you can pick like a holiday package, because you can pick to add in, if you want to add all those crazy holidays like pizza day and ice cream day, you can add that package in. There's different holiday packages. In mine this year, I just put in, like I said, the US holiday package, and I like having those on my calendar. So I will make sure to add those in the next time I order. But these are just things you can't do with any other company. So you can choose to have a million holidays on your calendar and add in like every holiday package, or you can choose to have none, or you can choose something in the middle. Let's look at my weekly layout in the Wheat Planner. I did add my email address here, and I added the phrase, I have enough time for the things that matter. Let's go straight into the weekly layout because I ordered the same pages up front. This is interesting. I also put pages in between each month. After every month, I added 2 lined pages and then 2 blank pages. I was anticipating using this for my content, like I am using this golden coil right now for my content. So like I said, these layouts are a little bit different. This layout is working perfect for me right now. And if you'll notice, look at their little tick boxes. They almost look 3D. I just love those little tick off boxes, the way they've made them look. So here is my current weekly layout for my content, and this is the one I picked for next year. I was just trying not to pick exactly the same one so that I could show you guys something different, but we'll see if that backfires on me or not. We'll see how I like this one. I do like having the big long space to write in, and that it just goes all the way down. This gives you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then a note section. They also have similar layouts that are lined, but then this side is a little bit different. And I thought I would try this just all a little bit more blank. Just 2 columns. One is longer, one is shorter, and you have 2 headers. And again, my quote is down here. Oh, this one must be literary quotes, it looks like, from what I'm seeing. Your month is written up here. It's just so clean. You can add whatever colors you want or stickers, or you can add none. At the back of this book, so your weekly layout, of course, you have a lot more room to add pages to your planner. And here's, your month without any holidays. Like I said, I forgot to add holiday packages on there. And I added 2 lined pages and 2 blank pages in between every month. And I just thought if I needed to take notes for content or write down ideas or map things out, that would be helpful. At the very end, I added in the rest of the pages I had left of a grid, just a grid style. So it's kind of a darker graph grid paper. I added a couple of those in, and then you have your pocket. And this one was 200 pages and on the 1 1/8 inch coil, like I mentioned. That wraps up. That's my 2020 weekly. This is my 2019 weekly. I will just show you really quickly some of the pages that are different from the ones that I chose in my book this year. I got a bucket list page in this planner last year. And then at the back, I got this holiday gifting page. It's a 2-page spread. So it's for what's the gift, the amount of money, is it purchased, or maybe where you purchased it, and then arrived and given. So this could be really helpful for keeping track of your holiday gifting. You could put in as many pages of this as you want. They also have party planning page options, like event planning page options. I told you homework 2-page spread options to go like in between every week. Here's another project page. I showed you the one I put in my daily planner. This is just a different option. They have several. They also have social media planning pages. Go on there and see what they have. If you're wondering if they have a page for it, they probably do. So as you can see, a weekly planner is not that thick. It seems very portable at 200 pages. It sounds like a lot of pages, and their paper is thick, but it feels very portable. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me on this longer video. I would love to know your thoughts about Golden Coil down in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you if you have used Golden Coil. As always, thanks for sharing with me. Thanks for watching and happy planning. We'll see you next time.